Ladies and gentlemen, we're ready for our first bout of the evening. Mark Nielsen of Nielsen Boxing in association with John Trethaway of TN14 Promotions presents 6 rounds in the Super Welterweight division. The action is sponsored by Gladius and Allegra. This bout is sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control. Steward in charge is Ben Harmsworth. Timekeeper of the belt is Ashley McGill, and your referee is Bernard Oye. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in today at 11 stone, 2 pounds, wearing black and silver, taking part in his 140th contest this evening from Hyde, Manchester, the choir boy, Dale Arrowsmith. And his opponent fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in today at 11 stone, 2 pounds, wearing black and green. He's undefeated in 10 contests from Lawthorpe. Please welcome Rob Taylor Lloyd.
All right, gentlemen, let's keep it clean. Let's keep it professional at all times. Obey what I say and protect yourself at all times. Touch gloves.
Boxers making their way back to the corner, ready to start tonight's action. Round one, here we go. Rob Taylor Jr. taking center of the ring, looking comfortable, gauging that distance using the jab. Oh, straight in with the left of the body.
That was a good left hook to the body. He's holding that center of the ring really well with the jab. I like the way he's using the jab. It's nice and sharp.
Yeah, absolutely. Looking comfortable, center of the ring. 1-2 followed by a right and left to the body.
Still quiet here this evening. Lloyd Taylor's got, good opportunity to start building up the room here.
It's looking really comfortable, actually.
He is controlling the center of the ring. Nice sharp jab, finding the body when he can. A bit wild with that hook there, but he's nice and relaxed.
He is nice and relaxed, and he's also not uncomfortable to kind of let those hands go when he feels it's appropriate.
Yeah. I mean, fights like this, being in with a guy like Arrowsmith, this is where he wants to show his levels and, separate the two of them. Maybe he can up the pace as the rounds go on, see how he goes through the gears, to show a little bit of his arsenal. Yeah,
absolutely. Show some versatility. Rob Taylor is 10-0. He's only 22 years old as well, so it's obviously he's being built quite nicely. He's having that progress, and now he's stepping into the second part of his career.
I think as we go through this show as well, we'll realise there's a lot of fighters in that position this evening. A lot of the guys doing those 6 rounders, this is sort of the last tilt until those title shots, or maybe, until the bigger fights on some big channels.
Yeah, that is a good point, and I'm sure that's where they all want to be. They all want to be, right there for the title shots when the opportunities present itself, and these are the fights they've got to take, before they get there.
Denzel, we'll just talk about Dale a little bit, maybe. I mean, a lad like that who's been in so many fights, you must have been in with quite a few similar fighters in your time. It's quite an important thing to the British scene, isn't it? Yeah,
100%. It's very important because, this is what, helps the young fighters and up-and-coming fighters kind of nurture their skills and their talents. They go in with guys like Arrowsmith, and they realise the flaws that they have and the mistakes they make, during competition times. And you don't want to make these mistakes against, a similar kind of fighter or a fighter on a higher level, because you pay the price for it or capitalise on it. So these fights here are so important. They help you get comfortable, help you around the ring and help you know your way around the ring and, look back at yourselves and see where you're improving or you're not.
100%. And we see the end of the round there. A good round for Rob Lloyd Taylor Jr. Arrowsmith, I think, he's been going for 10 years now, nearly 150 fights to his name. Crazy.
That is a lot of fights, man. That is a lot of fights. Got to give credit to these guys.
Absolutely. Veterans in the sport. Gatekeepers.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
I think it must also help that obviously Rod Taylor Jr., his father was a boxer. You know, he's someone who knows the sport really well. So I think he's probably very keen to develop his son slowly.
Yeah, he's been in the game, so he knows. You know, he'll be learning from his own mistakes if he made any time. So he'll be making sure he doesn't rush his son. He wants the best for his son. He's going to guide him the way he knows best, because you know he may have made mistakes in his career and he doesn't want his son to make the same mistakes. He doesn't need to rush. He's only young. He's 22. Guide him through and help him have a better career than he did.
Definitely.
And we're going to the second round. I think Lloyd Taylor really needs to just get a bit of dominance now as well.
Yeah, I just want to see him switch the pace as the round goes on. I mean, he can box at this pace for 6 rounds. That's easy. I want to see him push himself and try different things and, you know, show what he's been working on in the gym, because I'm sure they've been working on things.
Like we say, it's easy, but in this kind of heat, maybe he needs to conserve himself a little bit as well, so he just doesn't burn out a little bit early.
Yeah, that is true. I like the way he uses his jab in his lead hand. Every now and then he throws in a stiff jab and he just pulls with it a little bit.
I was going to say, that jab looks like a tough jab as well. It's a hard jab.
Well, he switches it up, doesn't he? He's quite versatile. He throws that jab with a lot of versatility.
Yeah.
It's nice. You can see him kind of going a little bit through the gears now, taking that pace up a little bit, using that central ring.
Yeah, which is good. But I get, when there's not much coming back, there's no incentive for you to rush your work and stuff, or, you know, be that alert or defensively responsible. But I think going through the gears, there's some good right hooks there, but going through the gears would be ideal for him right now. Still early, I mean.
It's still early in the round, still early in the fight as well.
Yeah.
For a fighter like Lloyd Taylor, you know, 10-0, looking to go 11-0 now in the in the welterweight division. What do you think could be next for him?
I mean, 10-0, 11-0, these are the stages where you want to push on for area titles and stuff. Do you know what I mean? You want to start competing for area titles. You don't want to be hanging around this level for too long, because you get a false sense of, I don't know, like a false sense of security, thinking that you're better than you think you are. He needs a challenge at this point. Like, a 50-50 fight would do him a world of good.
I'm no matchmaker, but no better fight than obviously the fighter in our stable, the welterweight Southern Area champion Dan Francis. I know you were there ringside for that fight as well. That's a tough step up for your first step.
That is a tough step up. I mean, Dan Francis is a good fighter, but you know he fought for the Southern Area, but he may be at English level pushing forward.
Yeah, I agree.
So you'd let someone like him move on, where he's a lot older than him, probably got 10 years on him. That's 10 years of experience and, you know what I'm saying, and know-how. So you want him to get someone a bit closer in experience to his level, and you wouldn't want to throw him in with Dan Francis straight away.
No, I agree. I think that's why it's great. There are multiple titles at that kind of level as well.
Good combination
Lovely
there.
combination. Yeah, left to the body, followed up with a hook upstairs. You can see Rob Taylor Jr. is really trying to invest in that body.
Yeah, and you can see the spitefulness in the shots like growing as the contest is going on. So that's also good to see.
He's definitely got Arrowsmith's respect. You can see that he's just taken that little bit more of a step back now, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely. Arrowsmith hasn't really come back with anything. You know, probably meaning that Lloyd Taylor has a little bit more pop than it looked from the outside.
It's a good second round.
Just circling back to that conversation, then there's obviously multiple titles that are similar to a Southern Area. What's your thoughts on something like a Commonwealth Silver or youth titles as well? Lloyd Taylor still being quite young.
Yeah, Commonwealth Silver is a good title, but it also depends on how fast he wants to move. You know what I mean? Southern Area title fights are always tough fights. Always tough fights. It's the first stage, the first belt you can get as a professional, and there's usually two hungry undefeated fighters that are going for it. Commonwealth Silver, there's more of an option, as the Commonwealth is different countries, and the Commonwealth can kind of pick your opponent with the Commonwealth Silver. But once you get that, do you skip Southern Area and English level and then go for the Commonwealth Lex? So it depends how you know whoever's managing wants to guide his career and how far they think he can go and how quick they think he can go.
No, 100%. Yeah, it's a bit of a debate, isn't it, whether the Commonwealth Silver or the Southern Area, which is higher, which is lower. Yeah, it's a good one.
But there are some good titles out there for him to grab at this age. Maybe him being 11-0, he can skip that level and go for the Commonwealth title, or go for some international titles.
100%.
And box internationally a little bit, but yeah.
If I'm right, he's actually boxed a bit internationally in the past, hasn't he? He's been out in Accra a few times, I think.
Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, that's interesting. So he
Yeah.
could box if he's back and forth. I'm not sure his situation now. He can box for titles out there and keep building his experience. And seeing as he's 22 and he's 11-0, he could probably get to 20-0 before he starts boxing for British titles and things like that. There's no rush of him. Do you know what I mean?
No, 100%. I think that's maybe a mistake that some people make sometimes, is rushing too early.
Yeah.
It's good to build up a record. You don't want to pad it too much, but slowly but surely, take those small steps rather than the same thing, but definitely build it up.
It is, and also, I mean, as skillful as some good shots in there on the inside as well by Lloyd Taylor, but as skillful as you may think a fighter is, you got to see how their body develops when they're young. Do they have that man strength early? Are they still a bit Bambi legs? Are they still a bit not as solid, a bit fragile? And then you move to some 22-year-olds that box world titles. You know what I mean? But they've obviously developed differently, been in the gym longer. Their bodies, have developed differently. So it's just what you see in the gym compared to what we see outside, where you got to make your decision.
100%. We talk about man strength. He's definitely throwing some power behind these shots now as we move in the third.
He is, and this is what we talk about up in the pace. Now he's not just holding the centre, he's walking forward. He's walking Arrowsmith down a little bit and putting more combinations together.
Yeah, I'm really trying to get through the guard of Arrowsmith, which he's got that high guard, that protective stance, and he's really trying to claw his way through.
Yeah, Arrowsmith is really just trying to survive the rest of the fight now without being disrespectful. He's not really throwing anything back. He's covering up. So Lloyd Taylor definitely has good power in these shots, and he's throwing them with bad intentions. Oh, good uppercut there. Oh,
Yeah. You can see Arrowsmith. He's really
Crunching
started
body
to cover
shot.
up now.
he is.
Quite a nice use of feints, Rob Taylor Jr.'s got.
And that's what happens when you turn the pace a little bit. When he was just plodding and using the jab, it's hard to make anyone believe your feints when you're not really active. And now he's picked up his feet a little bit. He's marching forward. The feints are becoming effective, and it makes more sense to use them now.
Lovely.
Great shot there. Another Lloyd Taylor round, and a very clear one as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Going for the fourth, and Lloyd Taylor just hearing there from his father. Another strong start there from Lloyd Taylor. You can see that he definitely is up for this today.
I think he would have preferred more to come back, because then Arrowsmith would have opened himself up for certain shots, but that's not what's coming his way, so he's got to deal with it, and I think he's dealing with it really well. Oh, good right hand
Lovely.
there.
Really nice use of angles as well. He often lands and takes that little pivot, that little step, and then throws something else.
Yeah, which is good to see. I mean, that's from his dad being a boxer, so he's teaching him some things that he used to do probably. It comes from experience. I mean, doing that so young and stuff. You don't really see fighters doing that. Fighters usually just rush forward and try their best to get their opponents out of there. But he's been nice and patient, thrown some good shots. And I love the way he goes body head with both hands. If it's the right, he goes right body, right head. If it's the left, he goes left body, left head. And I love that.
For those at home, that is Rob Lloyd Taylor Sr. in the corner, former prize fighter winner, match and prize fighter tournament. So there's some great experience to have in your corner there.
Oh, good body shot
Yeah,
again.
lovely investment down to the body.
Yeah.
You can see actually what I'm really enjoying is like his technique when he's throwing those backhands. He's really turning his whole hips through those shots, really trying to get that off.
Putting a lot into them, and you can. Oh, that's another one there as well. That right hand is finding the body so nicely.
Yeah, it is. Now Arrowsmith tried to counter that, but didn't quite get it off the way he hoped, I imagine. Good attempt, but didn't quite catch the target.
Oh, there it is again.
It does make you wonder how many more of these body shots can Del
Can you take?
take. Yeah.
Definitely. Oh, good uppercut there.
Good.
Arrowsmith just kind of dipped into it at
Right.
the same time. I think he was trying to brace for another right hand to the body, and he just switched the attack and went for the uppercut.
Absolutely. I felt it from ringside.
Good round from Lloyd Taylor.
Yep.
Corners, 10 seconds. Seconds out, round 5.
Here we go, round 5.
Oh, sharp 1-2 there from Lloyd Taylor.
I really enjoy how he starts these rounds really strong. Like he makes that statement.
Yeah.
Straight from the bell, you know.
Oh, there's another round to the body. Those hurt. They've got to hurt.
They have to hurt, yeah. I mean, I feel like Del Arrowsmith looks physically like he's tired.
Yeah, he's fought the pressure. I mean, he spent most of this round absorbing punches, or most of this fight, sorry, absorbing punches. Nothing's really come back.
Wow. 2 cracking right hands, one to the head, one to the body. The left side? Yes, the left side of Del Arrowsmith reddening.
You have to ask the question, at what point does the ref pull Arrowsmith aside and say, come on, you need to start boxing now?
Well,
Yeah, you're all right, but I mean, as much as he's absorbing punches, he doesn't look in any real danger, but he does look like he is surviving the rounds. Like he's just going to make it through.
The shot's right behind the guard, you know, just...
Yeah. Even as Arrowsmith tried to counter, it was like he just wasn't confident in countering. He doesn't want to open up in the slightest.
He's definitely felt that power and he just wants to stay away from it, doesn't he, until the end of this bout.
Most definitely.
Lovely.
Little cheeky smile there from Arrowsmith.
It's holding on. I think he'd rather be close than at the end of
Yeah, 100%.
Rob Jr.'s punches. Rob very much looking like he wants to get this stoppage. To stop an opponent like Del Arrowsmith as well is a statement, isn't it?
Oh, massive statement.
You know, being a veteran, being so active, being a gatekeeper in the sport, to stop him is a huge statement.
In about 140 fights, he's only been stopped 9 times. So
That's crazy,
It'd be
isn't
a
it?
massive statement if he could get him out of there.
I imagine you look at that list of stoppages as well, and that's probably those elite opponents. You know, this
Yeah.
guy's been in there with everybody. That's probably quite an elite list as well.
So he's putting everything into those punches.
Another great round. You see Arrowsmith walking back to the corner. He's feeling the heat. He's feeling the pressure.
We've got the sixth and final round coming up shortly. Will it be the round that Del Arrington gets stopped?
Really impressive outing here for Lloyd Taylor Jr. Kendall, what's really stood out for you from him?
Stiff jab to start the round.
Arrowsmith just going to use his experience this round, and I think he's just going to hold and spoil and frustrate Lloyd Taylor in this last round.
What does Lloyd Taylor here do now? Does he try to see out this fight, or does he really just put his foot down and go for it?
Oh, good right hand to the body. I think he should put his foot down and go for it like he is now. I think that is a good shout. But yeah, I just think, yeah, look, like he's doing there. He wants to stay close, like Melissa said earlier. He wants to stay close. Lloyd Taylor just shoves him off, tries to get his distance back again.
I suppose it's tough, you know. It's lovely to get that stoppage, but at the same time, it's about getting those runs in, getting that experience as well.
Even 100%. Every time you step in the ring at this stage, it's all about experience and getting more comfortable around the ring every time you step in the ring, and learning from mistakes and stuff. So he hasn't done a bad job here. He's won every round convincingly for me, anyway.
Yeah, very convincingly. No question in it, really.
Oh,
He's really digging those in now.
he is.
Loving this punch combination, these variations in shot and frequency is really fantastic to see. Yeah, I was just holding on, walking him back to the ropes, trying to get some of that time off the clock.
100%. Dale's ready for this to be over.
Yeah, it's been a long night in the office for him.
I think great testament, though, to Lloyd Taylor Jr. If he's able to put Dale in this kind of position, it's a great testament to his skill as well.
Yeah, 100%. I think he's boxed well. He hasn't really been able to have been old man or good shots there on the ropes, or like his work hasn't really been spoilt by anything. But until this round, but he is letting us some good shots, and he is putting a lot of effort into it.
Lloyd Taylor not tired at all in this heat, as we mentioned earlier. You know, he looks like he could do another 2 rounds, another 4 rounds. Definitely, maybe ready for that title picture.
Yeah, I'm 100%. Well conditioned.
Great performance here by Lloyd Taylor as we finish up.
Really good performance, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 6 rounds of action, we go to your referee scorecard. The referee scores the contest 60-54. He's still undefeated. Rob Lloyd Taylor.
Rob, 6 rounds under your belt. How are you feeling after that contest?
Yeah, good. I was just trying to let my hands go a bit more. I got a bit of a bad wrist, so I couldn't let the hook go as much as I wanted to, but it was a good performance. You know, I wish he would have thrown a couple more shots because it's easier to kind of counter off that, but it was a good fight, good experience, so I'm happy. Can't complain.
Yeah, of course, it's really hard to kind of get your shots going when someone is so negative, but you were doing a fantastic job of investing down to the body, kind of that shot variation, those angles were really, really good to see. You moved to 11-0 tonight. What do you see as next for you?
So, of course, every fighter wants to go for titles. That's what I've always wanted to do since getting into boxing. But whatever Dad wants for me, I'm ready to do. I'm ready to take on anything. You know, I'm excited for the future.
You know, you're 22 years old, you're super young. Obviously, your dad is really experienced in the sport as well, so I'm sure he's been developing you slowly, protecting you, kind of making sure you have that good progression. Dad, a little word from you. Obviously, the father and son duo in boxing is really key at the moment. What do you think is next for Rob?
So he's out again in June the 28th. He had a brilliant camp this time around, but right towards the end he tweaked his wrist. Didn't want to pull out because it is so close to fight day, so we went ahead with it, had to strap it up. I think he done well considering. You could see he's mainly right-handed then, and with the negativity, you know, it didn't open up as we wanted it to, but he's 11-0. It'll be 12-0 next time. We're building, and hopefully this year he'll be going for titles and keep pushing on.
You know, it's a really stacked division. As your dad said, hopefully by the end of this year you'll be pushing on for titles. Is there any particular names that you have kind of in your mind that you would like to target?
I'm happy to take it on with anyone, to be fair. Like I said, whatever Dad says, I'm willing to do. No matter who it is, I'm not scared, I'm ready, I'm fit, I'm strong. I think I can hurt anyone in the division as well, so I'm happy to do whatever.
Listen, you've got a big, bright future ahead of you. Really enjoy seeing you in action tonight, and we look forward to seeing you back again.
Lovely, thank you so much, appreciate it. Thanks to everyone that come out as well, I appreciate all the support. Thank you.